Hey, my people, we are back again, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Say Afin Wajani, as if this is the first time I watch any channel now, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Ma Obia Emuze, there is a sports channel, Sports TV on YouTube called Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I hear the best in football tactical analysis. We delve into everything about football here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notification in there, and then do choose all. It's imperative that you do so. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you very much to Obia, our joining part of the Fiifi-Manfred community, both on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, of course, on WhatsApp groups. So thank you very much for joining me. And of course, so after one joining, that's our subscribe, share na for us to I'm sure baby say oh share Obia or baby share man. Share link in the two groups every football group be share it to it. Now Obia and enjoy football analysis. Now also turn on notifications, send a immediately video in the drop piano when I have first to get it. Now in Zambia today, that conversation about Raheem Sterling and then how a lot of Chelsea fans believe that he's not being treated well. So Raheem Sterling, of course, after everything that has happened in the last few days, people believe that Chelsea one is a toxic area, and that's something that I want to hear from you in the comment section. Do you agree that Chelsea is a very, very toxic team? And that anytime Biana players they don't tend to get the best in terms of the respects that they are supposed to get. As in, say, Ocean players beat Raheem Sterling, my team is at Chelsea. Sometimes the fans are just probably overboard too much, almost more credits, and then that affects the team play. And this season also, who players beat the same Mihailo Modric, who Robert Sanchez, who a lot of the players are fans now have had a go at them. Now, is it just that Chelsea is just a toxic club, or people are just not being impatient, just being impatient or club, and something has to be done about it? But you see, this is a story about Raheem Sterling, and it's will be at TRC. Raheem Sterling, a player, Sautona, you have bought a full package. And when I say a full package, I mean that one day, Raheem Sterling can give you goals power. Goals amount, or dictate the pace of games, or a ball retention, or any more. And you see, Chelsea any striker or person team, a year Juma man on the Kokoshe. So this season, Chelsea have not needed Raheem Sterling to do a lot of creative job. Until most of the times, Chelsea have ball now. What happens is that Raheem Sterling just has to help the team in terms of ball retention anymore. Ball retention, see the ball no do anymore. But who they play to wait for the other players to push up the field. And for me, I think say Raheem Sterling has disappointed power, especially in my opinion, given the fact that for a player of his caliber, or 29 years old, and about 10 years in English Premier League, there's only a lot of experience. Again, in the last 9 penalties Raheem Sterling about, I missed 5 of them as a forward. It's a very, very bad returns in terms of penalty conversion rate. But still, it's a young player in a penalty, that's all Koji ball is all back. Then Raheem Sterling wants to take the ball and go and play, which is not good enough at all in my opinion. But generally also, I think that doesn't give the leeway for fans to boo players and also to be toxic towards players. Then Sawasha in the last year, especially last season, and the Graham Potter, Stamford Bridge was hell. It was so toxic, and even here Grandpa in the UK, I am Manchester, we could tell said the pitch was very, very toxic. And every time Graham Potter and any team were being booed at. This time, I think the Mauricio Pochettino handled the issue of Stamford Bridge better, and then now it looks as if it's just towards the team. And on Shannon found said Ube Buna and I think that's one of the reasons why I think that Mauricio Pochettino is the best man for the job. And I'll tell you very soon in the rest of the video, in my analysis about why I think that for once Chelsea fans now have to, and especially we are both on the Israeli and say, so the catch was Chelsea had to be patient with Mauricio Pochettino. It was just a matter of time, and it was going to come. And I'll tell you some statistics, some data, why I think that some players are improving under Mauricio Pochettino, and then it's just a matter of time that things will come together. In my opinion, in that game at Chelsea back against Leicester City, it was supposed to be one of the most difficult games to play tactically, because Enzo Maresca is a top-notch tactical brain. especially someone that's gone through the school of Joseph Guardiola. No, also a top of the championship, and he's an Italian too. Usually, it's an Italian for only bought a lot of tactical play, and they are not playing the Italian Catanaccio. They are literally at the top level in terms of the tactical dispensation of the game. Now, so Enzo Maresca set up team this with Chelsea or Stamford Bridge, and Pochettino is able to create wave after wave of attack, wave after wave of chances against him. In my opinion, the coaching is done at the top level, and we'll talk about that, all of those things going on. But for me, a huge stuff. Now, Emirates FA Cup added a list of the starting 11, the best 11 for the FA Cup last round, about, and I think they're spot on. Two Chelsea players in a home. Goalkeeper Andre Onana for Manchester United, Malo Gusto, Ben Thomas for Coventry, Manola Kanji for City, Ryan Aid-Nouri for Wolverhampton Wanderers, Bernardo Silva for Man City, Scott McTominay, Man City, Alexis McAllister, Liverpool, H. Wright for Coventry, then Sins, formerly of Everton and then now Coventry, and then Nicolas Jackson or anyone. I think that this is important. And I'm in the last few days, now we will be argue. Say, so we share Chelsea boys in the ball, especially for Gusto. Any Obi to say Cole Palmer. And yet Chelsea general results are bad. Like these players are going to be in a gunning for the best young player of the season. Because for me, Gusto has been top notch in terms of quality. Everything that you want to measure a fullback with, as a young fullback, he has been up there. Team with him. And same for Cole Palmer. Cole 26 goals involvement, a top stuff in there for him. And I think that it's imperative CBD in Pomano in that regard. Now, in the last few hours, Fabrizio Romano about tweeted something that is very, very important. And exactly, this is what I wanted to tell you about in terms of Mauricio Pochettino and any improvements of the Chelsea squad. Now, first of all, I think that it is time for every Chelsea fan in the obviously to begin to look at it as a glass half full. And I've said it several times in my analysis. So, when we'll be asking, project, the Chelsea phone, they can't do anything about the project, they're a nonsense project. Club, they don't know what they are doing. I kept on saying, calm down. In my opinion, I don't think that will be a billionaire, will be an equity investor, can just throw money away like that. Trust me, it hardly doesn't happen. If you go through every conversation about equity investor, not just every billionaire, it's easy for you to just become rich. But about the maintenance of it, and somebody that takes up people's businesses that are ailing or failing and turn it around to make them multi-billion businesses. And that's exactly what Feliciano and Bali and then Todd Bolly do for a day life. So I believe that was into it. I mean, of course, they're going to make mistakes, but definitely never Ejuma. And you see, you look at the appointment of Graham Potter, the sack of Thomas Tuchel, and for me, Pochettino had to be given time, because you can't just be sacking Ubia. Not everybody is wrong. What about you? Obia a fault. What about you? What's your issue? And I think that was very, very important. And Chelsea in losing any game in 90 minutes in about the last 9 games of Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have not been eliminated from any cup final. Of course, going to two semi-finals already, back to back, Cup and then FA Cup. The past 14 games, Chelsea have lost just once, and it tells you in all competition that's the quality of player Chelsea boys need. That you can tell say players need to say Modric, Cole Palmer, Jackson, Kane Chukwuemeka, Moise Caicedo. All of these players are beginning to play better in there, and it is quality. It is top draw stuff, in my opinion. And I think that that's exactly where you want to be seeing the team. Fabrizio Romano, on the podcast, was talking about how Chelsea are looking at re-signing as part of the project, re-signing Abrante and Nico Williams as part of Chelsea. And the plan is that they want a wide creator. And so I was telling you earlier on, that Raheem Sterling is not a wide creator, especially since Chelsea do not have a striker that wants that services. Chelsea essentially has a striker that runs the channels consistently. You need to feed him those balls. He needs to fend off those balls. With a striker that fends off chances, that you need to create chances for, then you need a wide creator. And I think that part of the variations that I said Chelsea teaming up going into next season in the attack, where you can play Kane Chukwuemeka more near the other when we want to break down a low block, but sometimes against the big balls you need to Make sure so you get a wide creator that will create for a center forward to back in the goals and have a solid defense over John. And I think they're very, very important. So, Enra, Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea have spoken to the entourage of Nico Williams, the brother of Inaki Williams. And the plan is that Chelsea showed how to get Nico Williams 50 million euros in the buyout clause now away from Atletico de Bilbao. He's a young player, young talent, born in Ghana but raised in Bilbao to Ghanaian parents. And he's a top player. Nini Inaki Williams, a lot of pace, a lot of aggression, runs those channels, creator from out wide, and goals. He adds goals and assists to his game as well. And I think that that's what puts him up there. For me, apart from Nico Williams and then Rafael, apart from Nico Williams, player I Pepper is Rafael Leao. And I think that Rafael Leao is also a top talent in terms of wide creativity. In my opinion, apart from Kylian Mbappe and Mbappe, Mohamed Salah from out wide creativity, I think it is Rafael Leao. But yes, AC Milan will take big money to let Rafael Leao go. Hold that play from outward, creating and then finding spaces and time to even add goals and assists to it. I think the Rafael Leao is huge. So, guys, but of course, I mean, at my 4 p.m. also, your next update, your next video will be up on the channel Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Do want to subscribe and turn on notification. Thank you very much for choosing.